So we are going to sing the song, Yanilo Premadhana, Saparshada Bhagavat Viraha Janita Vilapa. Lamentation due to separation from the Lord and His associates. This is from Partana by Srila Narottam Das Thakur. You can get it in Google if you like. You just write Ye Anilo Prema Dhana. Okay. Oh, here are the copies. You don't need to do that. Here, give him. Okay. Ready? Ye anilo prema dhana karuna prachur. Ye anilo prema dhana karuna prachur. He no Prabhu Kota Gela Charya Thakur. He no Prabhu Kota Gela Charya Thakur. Kaha mora swarup rupa, kaha sanatan. Kaha mora swarup rupa, kaha sanatan. Kaha dasarago nata patita pavan. Kaha dasarago nata patita pavan. Kaha mora bhatta yuga, kaha kabira. Eka kale kota gela gaura natara. Pashane kutivo mata, anale pashivo. Goranga gunera nidhi kota gele pavo. Goranga gunera nidhi kota gele Se Saba Sangira Sange Je Koilo Vilas Se Sangana Paya Kande Narotamadas Jeanilo Premadhana Koruna Prachur Heno Prabhu Kota Gela Charyatakur Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Gaura Premanandi Haribo. We are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 28, Text 47. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Atmanam Sochati Dinam Abandum Viklavashruvihi Stana Vasichya Vipine Susvaram Prarurodasa Atmanam Sochati Dinam Abandum Viklavashruvihi Stana Vasichya Vipine Susvaram Prarurodasa. Atmanam Sochati Dinam
Abandum Viklavashruvi Nanavaschiya Vipine Shushvaram Parodasa Atmanam Sochati Dinam Atmanam Sochati Dinam Abandum Viklavashruvi Abandum Viklavashruvi Tanavasitya Vipine Tanavasitya Vipine Suswaram Parodasa Suswaram Parodasa Atmanam Sochati Dinam Atmanam Sochati Dinam Abandum Viklavashruvi Abandum Viklavashruvi Tanavasitya Vipine Tanavasitya Vipine Suswaram Parodasa Suswaram Parodasa.
Ladies,
Atmanam Sochati Dinam
Atmanam Sochati Dinam
Translation, please repeat. Atmanam, about herself. Sochati, lamenting. Dinam, wretched. Abandhum, without a friend. Viklava, broken-hearted. Ashrubi, by tears. Stana, her breast. Asitya, wetting. Vipine, in the forest. Susvaram, loudly. Praruroda, began to cry. Sa, she. Translation. Being now alone and a widow in that forest, the daughter of Vidarbha began to lament, incessantly shedding tears, which soaked her breast and crying very loudly. Purport. Figuratively, the queen is supposed to be the disciple of the king. Thus, when the mortal body of the spiritual master expires, his disciple should cry exactly as the queen cries when the king leaves his body. However, the disciple and the spiritual master are never separated because the spiritual master always keeps company with the disciple as long as the disciple follows strictly the instructions of the spiritual master. This is called the association of Vani, words. Physical presence called Vapu. As long as the spiritual master is physically present, the disciple should serve the physical body of the spiritual master. And when the spiritual master is no longer physically existing, the disciple should serve the instruction of the spiritual master. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master Srila Prabhupada opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble respectful obeisance unto him. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, here is the instruction that when the spiritual master leaves his body, the disciple should cry. I mean, it's natural, feeling separation from the spiritual master. I remember when Prabhupada left this world, I was in a new open temple in Venezuela, and we just opened a new temple there. A few devotees were there with me. At that time, no internet, but the mother of a devotee, she saw the news on TV. Immediately, the news all over the world went, broadcasted that the founder of the movement Hare Krishna, he passed away in India, in Vrindavan. So she came to the temple to tell us. She came. We didn't have even a phone. There was not. It was just open new temple. Yeah. So as soon as she knew, I was crying loudly and fell at the Vyasa-san, and there. And some other god brothers, they didn't cry. They were just trying to tell me, hey, don't cry, Prabhupada's not the body. I became angry at them. At him was one devotee. I said, rascal, I know Prabhupada's not the body, but I'm not crying for the body, I'm crying for the soul who departed, the pure devotee of Krishna, who was with us and was giving us always instructions, so much mercy, and now he went to Krishna Lok. I'm angry at Krishna. He has so many pure devotees with him in the spiritual world, and we have just this one, and he took him away. I'm angry at him. The devotee could not understand. They thought I was crazy or something. Anyway, this is natural feelings, no? Prabhupada was very sick. He wanted to leave. He was in Mumbai. He was feeling very sick. So he called the devotees. he told them, I want to go to Vrindavan to leave my body. And then, Giriraj Swami was there, of course, and he made the arrangement. One life members, I can't remember his name right now, but he was called. He has a nice big car. Kartikeya Mahadev. He was called, and he just told him, you have to take Prabhupada to the train station. I don't know why not a flight, but anyway, Prabhupada liked to travel and train in India. Sometime 30 hours. And he will, of course, there are EC department, nice department. And once Prabhupada was traveling by train in India, it was a long trip. So Prabhupada asked the devotee to buy some samosa from the train station. And he asked one of the ladies, some group of devotees traveling with him, boys and girls. And he asked one of the ladies, okay, offer the food, the samosa. And she was going to put an altar with photos. Prabhupada said, no, you don't do that in front of everyone. Do it mentally, offer it mentally, Offer the prayers like that. So that's emergency, of course. Prabhupada said we should only take prasad cooked by devotee. But in emergency, if you have no other facility, then you can pay for it, contract the karma, and you have to offer it to Krishna, of course. That's emergency, not for pleasure, but because of real need, You're not supposed to starve. Of course, it has to be free of onion and garlic. That's, of course. Anyway, so in one of those train trips, Prabhupada was laying down in his compartment, and a group of villagers, they wanted to see him. But the disciple told him he's taking rest, don't disturb him. They were waiting outside. But in one moment, one devotee had to go out, and he opened, and there was eye contact between Prabhupada and those villagers. And Prabhupada said, okay, let them in. So they allowed them in. And Prabhupada spoke Hindi with them. He said, yes, what do you want me to do for you? Can you please give blessings? We need some blessings. That's very good. What kind of blessings you want? One of them said, well, I'm a farmer and this year wasn't good harvest. So can you bless me that next harvest will be much better? All right. And the second one said, oh, I've been having this pain here for years and years. Can you bless me that it goes away? Okay. And the third one said, I'm trying to raise some money to marry my daughter. Can you please bless me? I can get what I need for that purpose. And Prabhupada smiled and he told them, look, the only blessing I can give you, he showed the brahmacharis, that you become like them. And they would get panicked. No. We are not ready for that. Thank you. And they left. In India, it's very common. You approach a saintly person to ask for some material blessing, They remind me one pastime of Lord Nityananda and Chaitanya in Navadvip. They were touring, the street, and Chaitanya asked Nimai Pandit, asked Nityananda, who lives in that house? Oh, a sannyasi lives in that house. Really? Let's go visit him. Okay, let's go. And they went there, and to their dismay, the sannyasi was living with a woman. He wasn't a good sannyasi. Anyways, they entered the house anyway. He offered some fruit to them. Are you brahmanas, boys, from my town here, Navadvip? They accepted the fruit. And then the sannyasi started giving blessing to Nimai Pandit, or Chaitanya. You may have a long life, a beautiful wife, a lot of riches, all material blessings. And Nimai said, I was expecting better blessing from you, being a sannyasi. And the sannyasi became disturbed. He said, I travel over India, I gave blessing to so many people. You are the first one to complain. And Nityananda came to the rescue. He said, no, he's a great devotee of Krishna. He has no interest in material enjoyment. Forgive him, Okay, say the sannyasi. Shall I bring now Ananda? Ananda means bliss, no? And Nimai didn't understand. He asked Nityananda what he mean by bringing bliss. Nityananda knew all the slangs in India because he traveled all over India, in pilgrimage. So he whispered in Nimai's ear, he meant to say if he can bring the wine. Nimai said, what? Let's leave this house immediately. So they left and they jumped in the Ganga with their own garment to get purified. Now, this sannyasi, that life he didn't get liberation. But the next life, he became a great devotee because they accepted food from his hand, the fruit. He got the mercy, So the next life he became liberated, became great devotee. So, Srila Prabhupada's desire to go to Vrindavan, to leave this world, this body, is transcendental. He didn't say, take me to the hospital. He knew he was going to leave the body soon. He said, what is the use going to hospital and dying in hospital? Better go to Vrindavan, leave the body there. Prabhupada said, Mumbai is my office, Mayapur is my place of worship, and Vrindavan is my home. Prabhupada never revealed his Swarupa to his disciples. He never told them who he actually is in the pastimes of Krishna. But he did say, if I tell you, you will not believe it. So he must be very confidential servant of Radha and Krishna. So there is instructions here that we can associate with the spiritual master in two ways. Vapu and Vani. The bodily presence of the Guru, called Vapu, and Vani following the words, the instructions. I had the good fortune to meet Prabhupada personally when he visited South America in February 75. And I wrote a book about his visit there and all the anecdotes of many devotees who came from all over South America, Brazil, Argentina, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and many others. And I collected all their experiences with Prabhupada. And I would like to remember some of those pastimes of Prabhupada there in Venezuela. We used to, when Prabhupada was served prasadam, we used to wait outside his room for the Maha Prasad, remnants. Prabhupada said 3 things are very powerful from the pure devotee: the remnant of his food, the dust from his feet, and the water that washes feet are very powerful elements. There is a story in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, one great devotee of Lord Chaitanya named Kalidas. And he loved to serve the Vaishnavas. He will collect money from anywhere or everywhere and invite all the Vaishnavas for prasadam feast. He will serve them personally with other helpers. I mean, talking about thousands, serving them, hundreds or thousands. And what he will do after, because they use plantain leaves, he will lick the leaf of every devotee prasad. Doesn't matter if a new devotee or advanced devotee, he didn't care. He just took the remnant of everyone. And once he went to the house of one Vaishnava, I can't remember his name right now. He went with some mangoes with him. Jadu Thakur, thank you. And he was offering, no, I'm from a Shudra family or from Brahmana family, I should be serving you, not you me. No, Vaishnavas are above this sectarian ideas of caste and all this. You're pure devotee of the Lord. And besides, not for you, this is for your deities, your Thakurji. You offer please to them, and take remnants, All right, okay. So they exchange glorification of each other very beautifully, nicely. And he accepted, and he offered the mangoes to his deity, a deity of Radha Krishna. And then he, along with his wife, he was married, they took the Mahaprasad. But Kalidas was waiting outside, behind the tree. And when the wife threw all the seeds and peels outside the house, because they never keep organic waste in the house. Prabhupada himself instructed the servants, you should not keep organic waste overnight. You should take them out the same day. Very important. Start smelling, attract insects, whatever. So she threw them in the garbage can, and as soon as she entered the house, he opened the garbage can, started licking all the mango seeds, Anyway, so this I was reminded of that past time because in Venezuela we also waited outside the Prabhupada room. And as soon as he finished eating, the servant, Shrutakirti, will come out with the tray full of his remnants, and we will make a line, girls and boys, 2 lines, and he will give us each a piece of his, of his Mahaprasad. But one day, one devotee came late. He was at the end of the line, and he became desperate. So he just jumped on the plate. The plate fell on the floor, making big noise. And we all jumped on the plate. We didn't want to miss the opportunity. I was able to grab a piece of chewed orange and immediately bump it in my mouth. Prabhupada, when he heard all the big noise, he took his head out of his room and looked. And when he saw all of us, he laughed. He entered his room, Hare Krishna. Anyway, so this devotee Kalidas, he went to accompany Lord Chaitanya to the Jagannath temple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will go every day to the Jagannath temple for darshan. And before he entered the temple, his servant will come and wash his feet with water. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forbade all the devotees, don't touch this water, this remnant water. Nobody can touch it. So nobody dared to disobey. But Kalidas, as soon as the Lord Chaitanya's feet were washed, he jumped in and drank 3 times. The Charanamrit. All the devotees were in panic, he's going to be chastised. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not angry at him. He said, you satisfied your heart, or your full heart desire, you drank 3 times. That's good enough. And why the Lord allowed him? Because of his inclination of serving the devotees, the Vaishnava. That's why he got the mercy. And he didn't discriminate that this devotee knew, this devotee more advanced. He respected, served all the devotees equally. So that attracted Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Remember one of Prabhupada's pastimes, Prabhupada was having prasad with the devotees. And I think was Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he complained to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, this devotee stole my gulab jamuns. He took it from my plate. And Prabhupada smiled, said, he made spiritual advancement. Prabhupada was very, very, so kind, so merciful, so pure, so honest, and so straightforward. He will see something wrong, he will say it immediately. He was walking in Mayapur, supervising the property, with a group of managers and devotees. And they passed in front of the bathrooms. And Prabhupada noticed they were dirty. He called the manager, why the bathrooms are dirty? Prabhupada Bengali don't know the youth to use Western type of bathrooms. And Prabhupada said, no excuse. Show them how to clean them. Show them how to use them. He kept walking with the devotees. And they passed in front of the tulsi plants, tulsi trees. Once Prabhupada went to Hong Kong, Burijan told the story. And Prabhupada noticed they were worshipping tulsi. But Prabhupada looked at the plant and said, that is not a tulsi. It looks like tulsi, but it's not a tulsi. Same thing happened here. I don't know if you noticed, but the plant we worshipped yesterday was not a tulsi. Again today, wasn't tulsi either. We have to change it. Bring the real one that has a manjari on it, I mean, it looks like similar. So that's the thing in the spiritual life. Things may look similar but not real. So we have to always look for the essence of bhakti, of devotional service. And the essence of devotional service is to please the spiritual master. That's the secret of all spiritual advancement. If the spiritual master is pleased, Krishna is pleased. If the spiritual master is displeased, Krishna is not pleased. That's the secret, nothing more. Once a devotee asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, how can I please you? And Prabhupada's answer was, your desire to please me pleases me. So that's the intention is the most important thing. The attitude, the mental attitude is the most important aspect of devotional service. Not the service itself, but the attitude through which we do the service. That's most important. That's most important. Because we can do devotional service in the mode of ignorance, in the mode of passion, and the mode of goodness. Also, in the mode of ignorance, we do it neglectfully, like, when you have seen this caricature, sweeping the floor, throw under the carpet the garbage, and that's the mode of ignorance, doing just very neglectfully, When Prabhupada stopped at the Tulsi, going back to the pastime with Prabhupada, he noticed that there was a lota next to the tree. You know what lota is? A vessel, a cup, some kind of cup, vessel. But in front of the Tulsi plant, there was also a bathroom. So Prabhupada stopped and he asked one devotee, go up to the bathroom and see if the vessel, the lota, is missing up there. Because in every bathroom, they kept this because it's supposed you wash yourself with water after passing stool. Then you wash with soap your hands and take shower. That's the system. Not just paper like they do here. You have to use water first. Anyway, I learned this since kid because in Syria, I lived in Syria. They also use water and the bathroom are Indian style. Not you don't sit, you go down, And now they are finding out that this is the best way to do it, you know. Anyway. And I do remember if a piece of bread fell to the floor, my father would tell me, take it, put it to your forehead, and say, God's mercy, and eat it. You don't throw it away. So, and the first school I went in Syria, the name of the school was Ram. So I will go, where are you going, Ram school? You're coming back, Ram school. So Ram every day. Anyway, so I mean to say, I was fortunate that my parents emigrated to Venezuela in 1965. Otherwise, I would have never met Prabhupada and the devotees. And Syria, movement there, impossible, you know. And they took a boat from Lebanon, like 4 weeks, 1 month, by boat from Lebanon to South America, Venezuela. That same year, Prabhupada took a boat from Calcutta to Boston, to New York. So, it is Krishna's arrangement, you know. Everything happened in our life is not accidental. You know? Sometimes people come to our temple and they have some, you know, nice experience, some nice feelings, and they feel, you know, immediately at home. And I tell them, your coming here is not accidental. The Lord in your heart sent you here. You need to know this. You need Krishna consciousness. That's a fact. That's a fact. So Prabhupada came to the West at the right time, right moment. Krishna made that arrangements. Prabhupada himself said, actually it is Krishna's miracle. Otherwise, how is it possible, old man selling few books to buy some vegetable to survive in a big city like New York? Every day he was going to report to ask when the boat is gonna go back to India. and the manager asked him, you every day come asking but you never go back, because he had a return ticket, you know. He had a return ticket. He could choose any day. But he said, no, I have to fulfill the orders of my Guru first. I would like to read something Prabhupada said about that, about his mission. Okay, here we go. And Dravida Prabhu also have something for me to read. Yeah, please bring whatever you got. Any comments or question, please? Okay, thank you for the reminder. So the devotee came back from the bathroom and said, Prabhupada, no, there is no lota there. Prabhupada said, just see, they're using the lota from the bathroom to water tulsi. Nobody noticed that, only him. And then Prabhupada later gave the class in the temple, and he said, if you are in ignorance and you see something in ignorance, you don't react. But if you are in goodness and you see something in ignorance, you react. You say something wrong. It's important instruction by Prabhupada. We have to be alert. Another interesting pastime in relation to be aware of your surroundings. Prabhupada was doing temple parikrama in Vrindavan. He was going around the temple with many devotees following behind. And Prabhupada was at 6 in the morning, the sun was rising. Prabhupada stopped after going one round around the temple and looked at the devotee and said, "You are blind and I can see." Oh, one devotee, Vishal, said, "Prabhupada, we are born in ignorance, you opened our eyes," and he started glorifying Prabhupada. Prabhupada smiled. Went another round around the temple. He stopped and again he said, "You are blind, I can see." "Yes, Prabhupada, you are the captain of the boat. You are taking us over the material world." And Prabhupada smiled again. And a third time he went and he stopped and he said, "You are blind and I can see. Turn off the light." The sun rised. There was one light on. So Prabhupada said, "The sun is there. Turn off the light. No need for the light." Save Krishna's energy. Understood the joke? Prabhupada's joke?
All right, you want to read this? This is
Go ahead.
the end of the Lilamrita.
Yeah. Okay, this is from Prabhupada Lilamrita by Vatswarup Maharaj. While there was nothing lamentable for Srila Prabhupada's departing from this world and going back to Godhead, it was certainly lamentable for his followers and for the people of the whole world who became bereft of the presence of their greatest well-wisher and benefactor. Srila Prabhupada had written in the Srimad Bhagavatam purport. We just read this. At the departure of his own spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada had written, "On that day, O my master, I made a cry of grief. I was not able to tolerate the absence of you, my Guru." And so on November 14, 1977, as the powerful news spread around the world, those who knew and loved Srila Prabhupada were gripped by a fearful and restricted grief. They saw everything around them in the overwhelming atmosphere of separation from Srila Prabhupada. They turned for solace to Srila Prabhupada's book. However, the disciple and the spiritual master are never separated, because the spiritual master always keeps company with the disciple as long as the disciple follows the instruction of the spiritual master. This is called the association of Vani. Physical presence is called Vapu. Okay, this is from the purport we already read. Srila Prabhupada, the disciple, were already carrying out his instructions, but now they will have to do so without the Vapu, without the opportunity of regularly seeing and being with him. At first, this was very difficult for them to face, but those who were sincere soon realized that Srila Prabhupada had upon his departure given them the greatest gift of all, service in separation. I mean to say, right from the beginning, most of the disciples learned to serve Prabhupada in separation, even although he was physically here, but he was always traveling. One devotee once told Prabhupada, "I would like to always be at your lotus feet." And Prabhupada said, "That will be very difficult. I'm always moving." Anyway, Prabhupada had a great sense of humor also. So, I mean, when I joined the movement, they gave me a bag full of books and, okay, go out and distribute the books. What should I tell people? Krishna will help you. You say whatever you feel. Like that. Anyway, so when Prabhupada came to Venezuela, it was like a nectarian, wonderful association for one full week, you know. We were in ecstasy, seeing him, hearing him every day, going to the park with him every day. And the day went past so fast, you know. And when it left, everybody was crying, you know. We didn't know when we were going to see him again. But Krishna made the arrangement next year. The temple president, he said, you can, if you collect your ticket to go to New York, you can see Prabhupada again in the New York Ratha Yatra. So we became like crazy, collecting the money and selling the books. And 30 devotees, boys and girls, we took a charter flight to New York. And we saw Prabhupada again there. And the big Ratha Yatra festival. 3 big chariots in Fifth Avenue. That was the zenith of ISKCON success in the West, like, you know, the topping. Yeah. Yes, amazing Ratha Yatra. And when the car was approaching the Washington Square, the car was not moving. Prabhupada said, why is not moving? Prabhupada, the park is so packed, we are not finding a place where to stop the cars, the chariot car. Prabhupada liked it. I said, oh, that's nice that the park is very packed up, you know. Prabhupada went there, he was a little sick. He gave the lecture and answered questions. Devotees were serving prasadam, was kirtans, wonderful. And Prabhupada decided to go back to the temple. So they brought a limousine. And one drunkard started criticizing, oh, see how opulent car he has, you know. So Prabhupada asked what he's saying. They told him. Prabhupada told the devotee, tell him if he follow the 4 rules, no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no sex, he can come sit next to me in the car. Go tell him. And they went tell him. And the man said, thank you, but not for now. Hare Krishna. Hare. All right. Any comment from Maharaj, please?
I'll speak tonight.
Yeah, tonight we are going to hear more about Prabhupada's Lila. Any question from the devotees? Or? Yes?
A little story about that Ratha Yatra.
Was you there?
I wasn't there, but I heard the story. I was in LA. I had no money to go.
Oh, okay.
But they had forgot to bring Prabhupada's Vyasa-san because he's going to give the lecture, you know.
Yeah.
So they realized that, and they sent this one devotee. I think his name was Aja. Those who know from the old days, Aja. And he had to go up to back to the temple and get the Vyasa-san that we had prepared. So he drove up, and he was driving up Fifth Avenue. Now, Fifth Avenue in New York, the big roads go one way.
Yeah.
Fifth Avenue goes south, and he was driving north against the traffic. He was so mad to get up there. Finally, he realized that he got off the 6th Avenue, and he was able to go up and get it and bring it back just in time for the lecture. But those kind of adventures. And one more thing, and it'll just take 1 minute. The Friday before the Sunday of the Ratha Yatra, this is really amazing. Devotees may not know this. Where are you going to put together these carts? Jayananda was there. He had his crew.
Yeah.
But you needed a place of land. What are they going to do? So they looked. They walked around. And they saw this section which had been a subway, and the land over it, and the subway was closed, so that land was vacant. But it was fenced off and everything. So they inquired who was in charge of that land. They were going to beg and see if they can use it just for a week or so.
Trump was it?
Yeah. And who was it? Donald Trump. Probably everyone knows that by now. And he allowed him to use it.
Yeah.
And result of that karma. No, I'm not going to say it. So that was it.
He did the service.
But the Friday before, there's a big wind blew off the Hudson River or something, and knocked down the Balaram's cart.
Oh.
And Jayananda said, well, we don't have time. We're not going to be able to do it. We just have 2 carts. And Maheshwar, who lives now in Ojai. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Anyway, he mobilized, and they were able to put that cart together so that there would be nice 3 carts for Prabhupada coming down. It was like a miraculous thing.
I
Hari Hari. Haribo, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanandi, Hari Haribo. So festivity continue in the evening.
I
No?
think there's a Pushpanjali. Yeah. Balaram Prabhu? Yes. Yes. And what time is that?
In the evening?
No, noon.
Noon? What time is it?
11:50, 10 minutes to 12.
10 minutes to 12.
Okay. And another one in the evening also.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Hare Krishna.